In this video, we're going to look at a bind off you can use when working with heavily cabled fabrics that tend to gather. It's called the 1/2 bind off, and you'll see why in just a moment here, but I'm going to knit the first 3 stitches in pattern, and then using those 3 stitches on my needle, I'm going to take the first one that I worked and pull it over the second 2, casting it off so that I have 2 stitches on my needle. I'll work the next stitch in pattern so that I have 3 stitches on my needle again, and again pass 1 stitch over 2, and just keep going this way all the way to the end of the stitches that I'm casting off. And this is a tight bind off. You'll want to keep your stitches a little bit loose on your needle so that you don't gather your bind off too much in the end, and also so that it's easier to work. You can see that I'm having a little trouble here because I was getting a little bit tight with my stitches here. So just keep going in this way until you reach the end of the row, or until you've bound off the number of stitches that your pattern indicates. And as we come up on the end of the row here, I'll show you what those last few stitches look like. So I work my last stitch, have 3 stitches on my needle, and I pass 1 over 2. Now I only have 2 stitches left to work with. So I'm going to pass 1 stitch over 1. And this last stitch will elongate and cut my yarn, weave that end through the loop, and pull it tight. And you can see this bind off doesn't have much stretch, and it matches that gathered fabric underneath.